Good morning. This is the Great Basin Fire potential briefing for Tuesday, July 22nd. On the impact map, we have an approaching low pressure area from the Pacific, increasing winds, also with low humidity off the Sierra front, as well as some areas of eastern Nevada. Also, some gusty winds in eastern Idaho, western Wyoming today. The humidity a little bit higher there. And in addition to that, we have some mid-level moisture coming in, so we will see isolated thunderstorms starting today. A mix of wet, some on the drier side, nothing overly wet, but we are concerned about drier, high base lightning as we go into Wednesday and Thursday across much of northern Nevada and parts of southwest Idaho. Storms will get a little wetter as you head further eastwards, but those are our concerns for the next 3 days. Impact map shows clouds in that frontal system coming in across northwest Nevada. Otherwise, clear skies to the south. Still some residual, we call it quasi-monsoonal moisture, not really the full monsoon, but moisture streaming up from southern Arizona, keeping the humidities up just a little bit. And over the past 24 hours, a little bit of lightning across the higher terrain of Idaho, not much. Otherwise, most of the lightning has been off to our north. Precip has been overall light, way overdone here with the radar estimates. Over the past 24 hours, 11 fires for 11 acres. You see new starts in the red, recent fires in the yellow. We remain at PL4 both geographically and nationally. Smoke impacts with the daytime heating. You can see some of our fires producing some of the smoke here in the south, and that activity wanes a little bit tomorrow. It's been overall a fairly dry week in most areas, but we did have some moisture come up across parts of southern and eastern Nevada and the southwest Utah, taking the edge off of our indices. You see here a lot more green and yellow on the map in our southern areas. Our driest fuels have shifted further north. That's a little bit of a concern as we get into parts of northern Nevada with the lightning. Also, indices have gotten quite critical in parts of eastern Idaho and even up in the central mountains and northern Salmon Chalice as well. So things are starting to shift a little bit, but still on the 10-hour fuels, pretty moist in the north. It's this kind of heart-shaped golden area here that we're most concerned about. Any ignitions in the ladder fuels and the finer fuels climbing that ladder. Drought conditions continue, especially southern and northern areas, kind of squashing southwards and northwards in time. And this is our flash drought index showing where we've been very dry the past month or so. But this also is starting to shift. And overall, for later this afternoon, upper level map, trough low pressure coming in. See some moisture, a thin band with that frontal system hitting northwest Nevada, and also some of that moisture coming out of Arizona tickling our far southeast. Our main concern with the trough is increasing in the winds, not super strong, but in some areas we do have high risk for some pockets today. And you see those winds here still coming close to 30 miles an hour, not so much across the Sierra front, really. A little bit gustier up in the north, but the humidity is going to be higher, and that's where we could see some showers and some thunderstorms, also some lightning. Now, for tomorrow, we see the low pressure coming in, not a ton of deep moisture with it, but this pocket in the black, this is our big concern. Enough moisture to form some thunderstorms, but they'll be with high bases, not a lot of rainfall. So high risk potential for lightning in some of these areas. Humidity there, still in the teens, so that could be critical. And you can see on the wind flow, these little outflow boundaries from where the computer model thinks there'll be thunderstorms. We see them here on the precipitation map. Also extending further eastwards as well. I'll have to monitor this area as well. Thursday, with the low pressure area, we still have the threat of thunderstorms greatest over northern California and southern Oregon, but also still creeping into parts of northwest Nevada and into southern Idaho. So we have high risk for these areas, which blend well with our neighbors through here. So it could be significant new IA Wednesday and Thursday. See the outflow boundaries with these storms. You see the humidity here on the right-hand side, and you can see some of these storms through here. This starting to tickle into parts of southern Idaho. Not a lot, but ignitions definitely possible. It's been quite dry in these areas. 3-day precipitation totals very light, just a couple hundredths of an inch through here, so not really a plethora of wetting rains. The deeper monsoonal moisture starting to gather a little bit of strength in Mexico and starting to slide into southern Arizona. We'll have to watch that in the longer term. Friday, though, still a lot of dry air through here. It's still under low pressure, so seasonable temperatures, not overly hot. We'll see another low pressure area approach the Pacific Northwest, maybe bring some showers to parts of Idaho. Breezy winds elsewhere further east. And then by the time we get into Monday, you see some of that monsoonal moisture starting to get organized and come close to our southeastern areas. We'll have to watch this for later on next week. Otherwise, most of the area starts drying out. 7-day precipitation totals and the 8 to 14 day shows above normal temperatures, especially across the eastern part of the Great Basin. Still showing a signal of below normal precipitation, but there are some indications this could be changing. We'll have to monitor that situation. Otherwise, that concludes our briefing. Have a great day.